Hello friends, Sky, it's LP coming back with more. Ooh, that is a nice looking reflection. Look at that. I like how my eyes just like change distance. It's like fat, skinny, 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 whatever. As I was maybe going to be talking about, I am playing Pokemon Emerald. As you can see, and probably assume, you know, based on the fact that I've been playing Pokemon Emerald for a while now. It's kind of been my current walkthrough, my main walkthrough. I've been doing a little bit of Minecraft stuff. Let's fight this guy who has the knowledge and technique for survival. Pokemon Rangers, that's who. What, are you going to like spin your stylus thing around me? Because that was a retarded game idea. I did not like that. I played the first one and it was fairly decent up until the part where you fight the Steelix, which basically if you touch its body you take damage. And it takes up half the screen, so I mean, first of all, it's a bitch to just get it so that it takes up as little room as possible so that you can actually do the circles around it. Second of all, it'll start moving afterwards, and then I didn't kill that. How could I not kill that? Really? Well, this is going less than perfect. Holy damage, Batman. That's... oh god. Don't kill me. You bitch. Okay, okay. Okay, I know how to deal with this. I could just close the ROM right now and just open it up again so that I don't die like an idiot. But, well, you think about it, Bunghole is actually the one that needs more experience anyway, because he's level 32 and what, Magic Drago is level 34. You are 34, going on 35. I feel I'm quite naive. I hated that movie. I'm fine with the musical thing. I'm good with you making a movie. Oh my god, it's evolving. Okay. I'm good with you making a movie, a musical. Just, that movie was bad. I did not like any of the songs. I didn't care for the plot one bit. Then again, how am I supposed to be entertained by a movie about Jewish singing people? At least I think. Were they Jewish? I forget. I just knew that it was the guy and he was dating... it was the girl and she was dating the Nazis because that's the thing to do apparently. Anyway, we got Camerupt. He is incredibly lightweight, as you can see from the side of him. It says 000. That's actually a scale that they use to determine how much they weigh. The stronger your Camerupt, the higher that number, the lower that number is going to be. It's like number 1. Number 2, number 3, it's that kind of ranking system, so the lower numbers is the better one, even though it sounds like, oh, if you're really big, then you should be the best because you have more weight to throw around. That's wrong. If you weigh nothing, you can move around really fast because you don't have to deal with inertia. Physical fact. That is a fact. Well, technically it's not a fact since it's a scientific theory. I mean, if it's a scientific theory, then technically it's called a postulate, so I guess it's a postulate, but I'm not going to be a complete dick about this, and Rotslide should just be booming down everything, so I don't even know I went after the Swallow. The Swallow is going to take extra damage from the Rotslide anyway. It's the Goldeen I should be worrying about, because that Goldeen can actually do some damage to my bunghole. Which, that sounds really painful, and I can assure you, I mean, look at that thing. It has a giant horn sticking out of its head. I can guarantee that's going to be painful. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that that would be incredibly painful. I'm just saying. I know, you care so much about me. I'm going to take a drink because I don't know what to talk about. Because what, like 5 seconds of me drinking is going to give me enough time to come up with a topic to think about? I'm an idiot. I am less than intelligent. And no, not less than intelligent, less than intelligence. I am less than intelligence. Because if you're more than intelligence, then that means that you're smarter than intelligence, which means that you're up there on your high horse. And of course, when you're up on your high horse, you're immediately going to have to be taken down off that thing. And okay, we got us another double battle. We should be able to take this down. No probs, brah. No probs, brah. If you're not on your guard, you're in for some pain. Why? Are you pain user? Are you pain user? No one's gonna get that joke, because nobody plays Starcraft 2 apparently, because I'm the only one who would understand that one. Pain user is a Starcraft 2 player. I will Google it for you, so that I can get all my facts right, because I'm not entirely sure what race he plays. Big shock to all of you. And this actually will sound somewhat like a shock to some of you who don't understand StarCraft, but he is a great player, and he's Terran. So that should be that alone should be obvious enough. I mean, he's a good player, so he's Terran. I mean, obviously, if he's a good player, he's Terran, because Terran is the most overpowered race in that game. They're not so much overpowered anymore, especially if you get them like really late game once, cause Terran really doesn't have anything past siege tank with marines. They don't really have anything past that, but before you get to that point, when you get to the point where they're getting lots of siege tanks and marines, you're basically screwed no matter who you are, because if their siege tanks have good space and they're well defended by the marines, they're basically impossible to kill. And siege tanks just rape everything on the ground, so the only chance you have is going after them by the air. And if you're going after siege tanks by the air and there are marines everywhere, if you're in the air versus a marine, you're probably gonna die, just because marines are so powerful against air units. I mean, they have the same damage against air and ground units, but air units don't really have any splash damage versus ground. I can't think of any air to ground splash units. And marines, they're cheap and there's tons of them, so you need lots of splash damage to get rid of them. And basically the only way you're getting lots of splash damage is if you're using ground units. And of course ground units get their asses handed to them by siege tanks, because siege tanks just obliterate everything. I mean, that's like the definition of siege tank. Siege tank equals everything dead. So Dayton and Taylor, at least I think that said Taylor. Oh my god. Is his name really Taylor? Is your name Taylor? If your name is Taylor, that would be crazy, because I am currently on Liquipedia, which is basically the StarCraft Pro player version of Wikipedia. It's run by Team Liquid, which is basically the #1, well, not #1, but it's a really famous StarCraft 2 clan. And clans, of course, you put like TL in front of your name. Or, no, you put Liquid in front of your name. I'm thinking of the little one. He's Liquid TLO. I'm getting confused and off topic as usual. Anyway, it's basically one of the most famous StarCraft 2 clans, and they have their little Wikipedia thing called Liquipedia, which tells you everything, and I'm on that. And according to this, Pain user is named Taylor Parsons, which, if that little boy's name was Taylor, and he is talking about using pain, then that is amazing coincidence right there. I mean, that's pretty good. That's complete luck, I know. But seriously, that is kind of hilarious. At least to me. I know you don't care because you don't understand this StarCraft nonsense. In fact, I could probably like list off my favorite StarCraft 2 players and you'd be like, who's that? Who's that? I don't know who that is. I do not know these people of which you are speaking. I just do not understand why this Troipus is here in front of me with bananas hanging from its neck. It's like it's some sort of monster, but it can't be a monster because it has bananas, which just makes it look ridiculous. Troipus. It's called Tropius because the I comes after the P instead of before the P, so it's Tropius. Nope, Troipus. Troipus. It's kind of like in Gears of War, you had to shoot people off the troikas. That's exactly what it is. Troipus is a troikas. Yes. And you did not understand that statement, but I understood that statement. That statement made perfect sense to me. While I was sleeping, everyone went upstairs. Okay, so can I just sleep here? Awesome, I can. La da 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 da. Head did it. Talk to me. Huh? What's the kid doing here? I'm not a kid. I'm 18. Technically, I'm an adult, which means it's legal, ladies. Oh, yeah. As long as you're not under 18, in which case I'd be considered a pedophile. But if you're over 18 and you sexy and not too far over 18 because I don't want to date like a 50-year-old, that's personally kind of weird in my opinion. I mean, I'm dating a 50-year-old. That's a little off. I gotta be honest with you. But if you're around my age and you're not gonna be saying no, then I wouldn't mind you saying yes. You know, when does Magic Drago evolve? But let's see. Probably like at level 35 when it evolves. Yep, called it. Awesome. Awesome. This is amazing. This is amazing. It's Altria, Alsapuca de Bacabuku. Dragon breath. The breath of the dragon is so powerful that it just destroys everything in its way. It's like it's some sort of magical steam coming out of its mouth. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and list off a bunch of pro StarCraft 2 players that I recognize, that I know you will not recognize, and this is under the category of people from the US. Some of these are not from, some of these I think are like Warcraft 3 or Brood War days, because I don't recognize some of these names. So I'm going to call out the ones that I recognize. We got Artosis. Artosis is more of a caster nowadays than an actual player. I do like his cast though. Him and Tasteless, yeah, Tasteless is on the list too. Tastosis.